Welcome back to the Loner Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. If you have any questions for me, you want to talk to me about refinancing your home, purchasing a new home, connecting you to the right real estate agent to help you during a transaction that's probably the most sensitive financial decision that you'll ever make. That's in real estate. That's buying real estate, selling real estate. You know, it's easy to amass wealth in real estate if you do it the right way. Feel free to join me in any of my real estate classes. I do teach a wealth building class. Go to my website at webringyouhome.com. I'll show you how a 10th grade dropout made millions of dollars in real estate the easiest possible way and didn't use a lot of my own money. Just check out my website at webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. And go to my events page. I do a wealth building seminar about every other month, and I teach you my Leapfrog program so that I can help more of you really experience gaining wealth and setting yourself up for retirement in real estate. Had a great class this week. Had about 60 people attend my class. Many of them are starting on the road to not only home ownership, but building wealth in real estate. I have a great guest with me today. His name is Milton James. He's with Remax Prime Properties, been in the business for 10 years. I think he's a great negotiator. I like strong real estate agents because I think that they work hard for the buyers and the sellers. He is also he's a grinder. He's like me, okay? He's a grinder. He works it hard, works hard for his buyers, works hard for his sellers. And you covered 4 out of 6 techniques that people can use to set themselves apart when they're looking to buy a home, because there's just not that much inventory, right?
That's right.
Milton James, Remax Prime Property. You covered several things. What are some other tips that a buyer could use, or why a seller would choose you? So we had some bullet points. I think we had 2 more to cover.
Yes, sir. So number 5, consider paying the difference in the appraisal.
Okay.
Or
right.
waive your appraisal.
Or waive your appraisal completely.
Completely. That's
so it
an
doesn't
option.
mean you're not going to get one. It's just that the appraised value is not contingent upon you buying the home or not.
Yeah. Let's say, for example, I got a guy in Seattle, sold his house for $250,000 more than what he was asking.
Okay.
He was financing in Florida. House was $750,000. He paid $800,000 for it.
Okay.
An extra $50,000, and he waived his appraisal.
Okay. Now, is that really a good decision for somebody to make that's paying $50,000 over the ask price of a house?
Well, again, it's either that or be homeless.
Okay, but wait a minute. We also don't want to get caught up in a frenzy or making a bad financial decision when real estate's supposed to be our most sound financial decision.
Correct.
So if you bought a $750,000 house and paid $800,000 for it, you would put your 20% down of your $750,000
Yep.
plus the extra $50,000.
Correct.
Okay. So now
I'm not saying to do that. I'm saying buyers are willing to do that. So you have to be aware of where
a lot of them are
competition
doing
is.
it, or they won't get the property.
Yeah.
But I want my listeners to understand that that's not necessarily putting them in a negative equity position. The only reason that you're paying over the appraised value is because the comparables for other sales have not caught up with that sale yet.
Correct.
But as soon as you close, you're the next buyer's comparable.
The next week,
The next
a
week,
neighborhood,
the next day.
a neighbor went pending for not $800,000 but $850,000.
Okay, so now the guy that paid $50,000 over ask price now has a $50,000 in equity.
Correct. And guess what he did? He contacted his lender, like a Bruce Woodburn.
Yep.
Said, "Hey, do a refi." Cashed out refi, and he got his money back.
Oh boy, crazy stuff. But it's doable, and you can make that happen, and you're not going into a negative equity situation because the next person who buys a home is going to pay more for it. And listen, I don't expect that these values are going to stay here for a long period of time. They're going to settle down. Okay. We're not going to continue to go. You can't sustain that for a long period of time. And when I teach wealth building, I teach that we can only expect a 3% appreciation, not a 17.5% appreciation per year.
Correct.
Right? But you can amass millions in real estate by slow and steady.
Yeah.
We're getting a bonus right now.
Huge.
But I don't believe, and I hear people go, I don't want to buy right now. So let me just put this in perspective for you. If you think you want to sit on the sidelines, are interest rates going to go up or down?
Probably going up.
You know they're going up. What did the Fed announce on Wednesday?
It increased.
They're going to increase the interest rates.
Yep.
Okay, they already know that. So if you got a home equity line, you need to either pay it off or refinance and consolidate that. But if interest rates are going up, where are they going to go up to? I expect we'll see about a 1% increase.
Yeah.
Okay, 1% increase. So let's just put this on a smaller property. If you were buying a $300,000 house, Milton,
Yep.
and you were paying 3.625% today,
Correct.
and next year it's 4.625.
Yep.
You know how much your payment went up?
Well, now you can only afford $270.
Well, you maybe let's just assume you do qualify for it. How much do you think the payment went up by a 1% increase?
Probably at least a few $100.
Went up about $165.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the other thing: the 300 house today is now at least 350 in a year from now.
Yep.
That's another $150 to $200.
Yeah.
So now your payment went up. I did this scenario. I put the numbers together. I came up with $537 a month more for the same house.
That's a nice used BMW.
That's a nice used BMW, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that it's smart that people just sit on the sidelines and wait. You're going to pay a higher rate. You're going to pay a higher price. Why would you do that? And here's why I don't think houses are going to come down, Milton. And you can tell me whether you agree or not. A shortage of inventory creates higher demand, which creates a price increase. Correct. Number one.
Yeah.
Do you think the prices of goods and material are going to go down with the inflation that we're experiencing?
Haven't they gone up?
They've gone way up. Like, okay, I hear people saying that lumber's going to start settling down. It went up 300%. So what's it going to back down to? Up 250?
Yeah,
okay.
It's nice lumber, though.
It's beautiful lumber. Yeah, it's really nice.
It's real nice.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish I would have sandbagged some lumber. Wouldn't that have been fun?
Yeah. It's kind of like taking a to-go salad for your wife.
Oh my! A to-go salad for my wife and daughter at a local Winter Park restaurant. You and I went to that restaurant.
Can't do that anymore, man.
You can't order a to-go salad at Hillstone. You can't do that.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Okay, you could be arrested for that.
A week ago, we actually ordered a few salads, and I paid for it.
You did pay for it.
That's so
But they
interesting.
gave us a hard time about bringing it to go. Remember?
I remember we asked. They said yeah. But
then when they came back, the manager said no.
I'm so confused.
I know it was totally confusing. I know. So I had forgotten that you and I had gone to lunch there because it's a nice lunch, right? They got a beautiful lunch.
I had scheduled a private lunch with clients for the rest of the year every Friday. Ever since I heard that you got whatever happened,
almost arrested,
I canceled them.
I don't blame you.
They lost.
And listen,
the client.
I don't want to hurt that restaurant. I don't like boycotting. I don't have anything bad to say. I actually love their food.
Great food.
But I thought that was uncalled for. I mean, so I was out at a business lunch, much like you and I were.
Spending money.
Yeah. I ordered a salad to go to bring it home to my daughter and my wife.
We're trying to pay him more money.
The manager, trying to buy more food. The manager comes and says, "We're not going to do that." I'm like, "Come on, you can give me a salad to go." No, it's
must have been the cowboy hat.
It's against. I wasn't wearing the cowboy hat. I should have
worn the cowboy hat.
So, and they were like, "No, it's against our policy to give salads to go." I'm like, "We just went through COVID and everything you had was to go."
Yeah.
So they said. I said, "Do you mind if I just film this?" And she got a little bit testy with me. So I didn't post the film on Facebook. I didn't do that. But what I did do is I said, "I really think you ought to reconsider selling me a salad because you've done it in the past." So then the manager comes up and she says, "I need you to leave."
Wow. Trespassing, right?
So listen, I said, "No problem. Do you mind? Can you at least give me my chicken that I already ordered to go?" Mm-hmm. So they brought me to go. I walk out and there's 2 cops waiting for me outside.
Wow.
2 cops. Go to my Facebook page. Check this out. This is the real deal.
I'm glad you're okay. They didn't do anything to you.
Well, you know what? The cops looked looked almost embarrassed to even do this because there was no ruckus. Like I didn't create a scene.
Shouting,
I wasn't loud. I just wanted to order a salad to go. Go to my Facebook page and check that out. You won't even believe this is true, but it really did happen. Yeah. And I suggest that everybody orders a to-go salad, chicken salad, from Hillstone right away. Maybe they'll change your policy. I haven't gotten an apology yet.
1,000 to-go salads ordered today. Do it.
There you go. 1,000 to-go order salad. But listen, this is a real estate and mortgage show, so I want to get back. I want to get back on track on that because I don't want more people ticked off. And I'm not boycotting anybody. I'm just not going there anymore. If the service level doesn't improve and they don't apologize to me, if they apologize to me, I'm going to come on air and I'm going to go on my Facebook page and I will let everybody know that they've made a formal apology and they're changing their standards, they called them. But other than that, I've heard.
We're not bashing them.
I'm not bashing them at all. I love their food.
This is like a review. This is online review.
This is just an online review. That's all it is. So let's get back on track for real estate. We covered all these great reasons to choose you because you're a monster negotiator. You're having fun with real estate.
Love the game. Love the game.
Love the game. You're a hard worker. You're outworking your competition.
Got that from my mom, by the way.
Yeah.
Hard worker.
God, is she crazy or what? I love that lady.
She had like 7 jobs when we first
Oh my gosh. Yes. Love Tracy. All right. We still left off on about 2 additional items. Was 2 or 3 items. Tell me what they are.
Well, the last thing we talked about was consider waiving your appraisal.
Okay, so you're going to, all right, good idea.
Check in 8A on the contract, make it look, essentially look like a cash offer,
right?
But there's still financing in there.
Yep.
Okay. And then the final thing, kind of what we were talking about with the Hillstone story, reputation.
Okay.
Reputation is huge.
It is.
You go to a great restaurant because of the reputation.
Right.
You don't go to a great restaurant
and the
because
service
of the reputation, unfortunately, sometimes. So having a strong lender like a Bruce Woodburn, being on that contract, asking that lender, Bruce Woodburn, to call the other listing agent, introduce themselves.
Do it every day.
As a listing agent, I get 0 calls.
It's so funny you say that.
I get 0 calls.
And so it irritates me that other lenders don't perform that service because, listen, if you and I are working with a buyer and you're working hard and you're negotiating like a madman.
We're bending over backwards.
We're bending over backwards, okay? Like Chinese acrobats.
All that.
Okay? So
Chinese acrobats.
So we're bending over backwards. Why wouldn't I go the extra mile to let the listing agent know that my buyer is not only pre-qualified but fully approved? Do you know that if my clients, my buyers go through my fast-track full loan approval, that means they're fully underwritten in advance of buying a property, that I will pay the seller $500 a day for every day I miss that closing.
That's huge.
How many times do you think I've had to pay it?
I've actually never heard that, but I don't imagine you've ever paid it.
I have paid it one time before.
You paid it once?
I paid it one time before. It was about 4 years ago. It was on a USDA transaction, and the only reason I missed the closing is they didn't tell me it was on septic tank, and I had to get, sell septic and well, and I had to wait the extra day for the well water analysis. So it wasn't my fault, but I paid the price for it. And I honored my, but here's the thing. If you want to set yourself apart from the other competitors that are trying to buy the same house you are, you've got to do things that are different. You got to stand out. And I don't know anybody else that'll put $500 a day on the line to make sure that you get the deal. Now, I will only honor that when the client's fast track. That's not you call me today, I pull your credit, and I write you a fast track approval. My pre-approvals are the real deal. You're fully approved. I got your pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements, divorce decree, whatever it is I need, I got it. That's the Loner Ranger. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more of Bruce Woodburn and the Loner Ranger radio show and my guest, Milton James from Remax Prime Property. We'll be back. Hang tight. We'll be back in 5 minutes. I got more tips for you on how to win in this crazy real estate market.